Welcome, everyone. So happy to have you along for this 2K Sports presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. Bosch inside.
And being that Bosch is 6'11", dunking comes easy. And once he's this close to the basket, he's ready to attack.
Pass to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And what an excellent way to end that possession. There was some power on that throwdown.
And it's sent back by Bosch.
Oh, using that length on defense, Bosch positioning himself well to come up with the block.
Here's Wade. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, the defense has to offer more resistance, or he's just going to keep scoring down there.
Now Morant. Here's Gobert. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Well, it's exactly what Gobert wants offensively. He wants to attack at the closest range possible.
Here's Green with the drive. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And here's Bosch for 3. That shot, no good. And Morant's got the ball here for Anaheim. 4-point game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wade. And so just over a minute and a half played. The shot's good from Roy.
This guy is a threat from all three levels. That time, Roy put the mid-range.
Pass to Mourning. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass break Anaheim. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
No good from Bosch. In recent seasons, availability has been a problem for John Morant. Greg, dig into that a little bit.
Well, from a league suspension to multiple injuries, Morant has missed a significant amount of time, but we know when he's on the court, he's a game changer.
Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Booker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Skillful make inside by Booker, able to find his spot for the finish.
And Butler, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
And Virginia Beach with the possession here. Back to Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And you got to respect Booker. I mean, he's added to his game every year and becoming a more willing passer.
Tatum no good. Butler with the steal. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. And slam dunk by Tatum.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Oh, get out of his way.
No way the D was going to slow him down.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade's. This young man's ceiling is sky high.
Here's Edwards. Anaheim grabs the miss.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach. That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
So it's a tie game as we end the first. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And when you consider how Virginia Beach is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Yeah, well, the best way to get in the head of your opponent is through aggressive defense.
The offensive skill set for Karl Anthony Towns, Greg is a 7-footer, is very special, to say the least.
The outstanding shooting, the post play, and he's worked on his defense. He may never be elite at that end, but he ignites an offense.
And they recover it.
Oh, big cat saying no way.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Here is Arenas. Here he goes. Yep, that one goes in there. Arenas has got his first 2 points.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
Excellent footwork there. Booker so tricky on the drive. You can't predict what he's going to do.
And it's Arenas with the jam.
Well, how about the dunk right there? I love seeing him go up with that force.
And out of bounds as Anaheim gains possession. Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. Anaheim making a switch here. Anaheim leading by 4, and they double up Arenas. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Green. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Yeah, anytime he wants, Towns can be a beast on the offensive boards.
And Mourning throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Impressive decision-making there. He could have tried to score, but makes the right decision and hits the open shooter.
And here's a fast break. Arenas leading the way.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Roy with the rebound. Here's Anaheim. They're on a 15-6 run. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Roy. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Anaheim.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense. And how about the leaping ability of Wade? What a finish.
And it's Arenas with the jam.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
And Bosch proving he has the range. The D has to take him seriously from outside.
And Mourning sends it back.
Stifling the offense in close. I love how he got right into their business there.
Here's Roy shooting foul. As the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat. And this guy just wants to get better.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Oh, she got a high percentage look and made the most of it.
There's Green with the 3. He's just scored his first basket with that shot, making him 1 for 4.
And it's crucial that Green hits from the outside because it makes everything easier for his teammates.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
And he elevates for the slam dunk. Nene did not like that one.
Yeah, Morant's got to get himself in that dunk contest. I mean, look at that.
Pass to Gobert with 4 seconds on the clock. And the shot is good. Gobert's got the lead up to 13 now for Anaheim. And it's Anaheim. 13 points up at the end of the period. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second.
You know why Morant makes those dunks look so easy? He's got a 44-inch vertical. That's unbelievable.
Here's Barry. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws. The foul. He'll go to the line. It goes on Jalen Johnson.
Well, this is why you can't get lazy on defense. When you leave someone open, this is what happens.
Pass to Bosch. And Chris Bosch with the slam.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. And it's sent back by Bosch. And that's out of bounds. Anaheim will retain possession. And it's Anaheim with the ball. And here's Green outside. And the rebound goes to Nene. And so Nene will bring it up for Virginia Beach. They trail by 18. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to pull him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, that's a terrific pass. You love seeing this kind of unselfishness.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And without a doubt, one of the greatest small men we've ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and determination to just take over a game at any point.
Here's Morant. Down low. Some nice ball movement by Anaheim. Here's Johnson. Good on the shot. Johnson's got his first points in this one.
All right, we know Johnson favors these close-in looks. He likes a sure thing.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Green. Launches from deep. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Green's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Anaheim.
And with authority, Jamison leaps up for the rim before the defense has a chance to stop him.
Now Green. Back to Morant. It's deflected. In transition, here comes Virginia Beach. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. To the paint. Here's Jamison. Pass to Thompson. Inside. That's tipped. It's stolen by Gobert. Pass break Anaheim. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Exploding off the floor. Give Tatum room and he will show off his athleticism at your expense.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. Tatum no good.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
And the shot's good from Nene.
Look at the intensity of Nene, one of the strongest guys in the game, phenomenal at scoring the ball inside.
Well, you got to hit him more than that to prevent the basket. Nice focus right there.
Here's Jamison. Tries again. Booker left side. Clock is at 3. Misses in close. Anaheim leading by 18. For 3, Roy. Rebound by Antoine Jamison. Nene down low. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Hits the jumper in space.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
And it's Anaheim with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Pass to Millsap. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
And you got to respect the physicality of Millsap. He can energize his entire team with that level of activity.
Anaheim leading by 13. Arenas up top. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Arenas. Millsap gets a hand on it.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
To the inside. Mourning. Kicks it out to Booker. And it's off from 3-point range. And so Green will bring it up for Anaheim. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. No good from Roy. Virginia Beach trails by 13. Here's Booker. It's rebounded by Towns. Here's Roy. And then Roy with the jam.
Man, Roy can fly.
And stolen by Arenas. Outside Tatum. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That'll be his second foul of the game. And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. So both teams changing it up here. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Arenas with it. And it's off.
Well, that's part of his role. With great size, they rely on him to help control the board.
D-Wade hits from deep.
And love the rise and fire approach from Wade, giving the D no time to react. And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Tatum. Arenas with it. Wade picks him up. Rejected by Wade.
Look at that rim protection. He just erased that shot.
Edwards drives in. A crafty reverse layup.
And you've got to love the energy right now. They got hot when they absolutely had to.
Well, you love their execution to get back in it. This game's very much in reach for them.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And he can't stop the run as that misses. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And down it goes.
Important points for Mourning. Zoe is a winner, and he wants the ball in that situation.
A free throw good for Mourning.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Moran outside. Stolen by Wade. It's stolen by Green. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. It's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Anaheim will retain possession.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
All sorts of time. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Booker! Gobert there for the rebound.
Yeah, even though he was open, those leaners are tough to make.
It's Gobert with the ball for Anaheim. 3-point lead.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. They trailed by 5. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Answering the challenge of the defense and managing to get that shot off in time.
And he does get the second one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game. He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5. Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. 16 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And what's their best move at this point?
Looking for a quick shot, trying to extend the game.
Yeah, and then they have to foul quickly and hope for some misses at the line.
Now Booker. Here's Edwards. Beyond the arc. Drained from outside.
Well, and it took a terrific effort at both ends to sustain this run.
Yeah, it's normally the defense that fuels a comeback. Well, let's see how much they have left in the tank.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
And it's all about the three right here.
Yeah, and when your opponent knows what you need, it makes it that much harder to find an opening.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Those were pressure-packed free throws, and he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
So it's Anaheim picking up the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for joining us for this one on 2K Sports. We'll see you later. Welcome, everyone, to our 2K Sports broadcast. We have a great game on tap for you. Good evening, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony.
Here we go.
And Virginia Beach starts out with the ball. Pass to Mourning. Here's Edwards. And he dunks it in right on Chris Bosh. Oh, man.
Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat. But that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
Out to Edwards. Virginia Beach working the ball around now. Shoots from 12. And there's Virginia Beach with another bucket.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
For three, Edwards. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. To the middle. Here's Bosh. And then Bosh with the jam.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Here's Wade. Drives to the hoop. Some solid defense from Bosh. Pierce with a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from Edwards.
Yeah, and how about Pierce there? Immediately squares himself up from outside. Always prepared to rise and fire.
Edwards with it. Now Pierce defending.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
Anytime Devin Booker is sent to the line, it's a win for his offense. He's pretty much automatic, and it's been that way since he entered the league.
And Mourning sends it back.
Let me tell you, blocks like that, protecting the rim, those are winning basketball plays.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
And they had their chances, 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Virginia Beach.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Well, that's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Thompson misses. Virginia Beach leading by 4. Here's Edwards. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Edwards got 6 points.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Over in the corner, Edwards. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And they're running. Thompson for 3. Virginia Beach pulls it in. Edwards flies in.
Well, just look at that power. Edwards is unbelievable.
That one falls.
Well, he's so potent offensively. It's easy to draw up plays for him.
Here's Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
Virginia Beach shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. And Edwards drops them both.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Virginia Beach leads by 8. And we'll get the second quarter underway. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And when you consider how Virginia Beach is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Pierce's shot is good.
And when your mechanics are as strong as Pierce's, putting up a quick shot is not that hard.
Here's Booker. 11 feet away. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Thompson. Takes it inside. Lays it up off the glass.
Don't underestimate the physicality Thompson has. He's much more than an outside shooter.
Here's Brown in Atlanta again with the bucket.
Capitalizing from that mid-range. I love seeing him go to work in that area.
Shot's good by Booker.
And this coaching staff in love with Booker's ability to create his own shot. It's a part of his game that's come a long way.
Atlanta calls timeout. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Bosch. And here is Mourning. And the dunk by Mourning.
And how about his awareness there? Recognizing the open man.
Here's Booker. And Booker throws it down.
And you think Booker is all finesse? Think again.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Over in the corner, Edwards. Over Wade. Back to Mourning. 6 to shoot. Here's Jennings. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Here's Mourning. Nice move. Bosch grabs the miss. Puts it up from 12. The shot by Pierce, no good. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one. Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Well, when it comes to desire to create offense, there's no cause for concern with Devin Booker. He's a natural scorer.
Well, he saw a lane, and you saw the explosiveness.
Here's Cunningham, and Mourning sends it back. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And there it is for him.
And Mourning's just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
Edwards, no good. Virginia Beach leading by 6. Back to Mourning. And Mourning throws it down.
Well, sometimes when you see the athleticism these guys have, it reminds you that this league has some of the best athletes in the world.
To halt the run. And they double up Cunningham. It's Brown on the wing. No good from outside. And Virginia Beach with the possession here. They lead by 8. That's the... And it's a great finish!
Oh, my. Well, that was unbelievable. Not many guys can do what Ant-Man just did.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Offensive rebound. Edwards with the block.
And we saw he was ready to swat that one away in very good position.
Back to Bosch. Booker in the corner. Down low. Mourning. And Mourning throws it down.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And it's Virginia Beach up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Atlanta trails by 12. Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope. His only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Look at Mourning making the unselfish play, giving it away rather than forcing the shot.
Here's Beckers. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Beckers. Nene at the elbow. Another shot. And it's sent back by Bosch.
Oh, using that length on defense, Bosch positioning himself well to come up with the block.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for. Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Virginia Beach leading by 7. Nene, right side. Stolen by Bosch. Here's Edwards. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Edwards got his second basket of the game.
And it's really good to see Edwards knock down the mid-range jumper. He continues to work on becoming more consistent from that area.
Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. Here's Virginia Beach with the ball. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. And Mourning sends it back.
Talk about a guy who will send your shot back with some attitude. Mourning does not play.
Virginia Beach leading by 5. Going inside. Can't cash in from close range. And now here comes Bosch leading the break. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy. But a rally like this is how you do it.
Here's Beckers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots the 3. And it's sent back by Bosch. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Atlanta trails by 3. To the inside. Jennings. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And it's 7 points for Brandon Jennings.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
Nice shot.
And while they still have the lead, boy, was that important to keep it from shrinking.
It's Thomas outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Jamison. Here's Beckers. Back to Jamison. And the slam dunk by Jamison.
And with authority, Jamison leaps up for the rim before the defense has a chance to stop him.
Jennings drives in. Oh, that's blocked.
Well, that's one way to avoid getting posterized.
Oh, my goodness. Look, what a play.
Wow. And look, as amazing as that was, those are the types of dunks that make you a little nervous.
30 seconds left to play in the third. The Atlanta trails by 8. Pierce attacking, and that one drops. Pierce has got 12 in the game.
And the outside shooting presence helped Pierce open up a lane there.
Right side, Jamison. And the slam dunk by Jamison.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Here's Pierce. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's Virginia Beach in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Now here's Booker. To the paint. And the dunk by Bosch.
And Bosch can use his size like he did there. And he can step out and hit the jump shot as well. You love the versatility.
There's Jennings with the 3. Good D by Booker. Virginia Beach leading by 10. Wade with it. Picked up by Edwards. Booker with no one around. No good on the triple. Pass to Cunningham. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Bosch. And then Bosch with the jam.
Well, you can't be careless when Edwards is roaming nearby because he can and will pick your pocket, which leads to points in transition.
Jennings can't get it to go. And so Booker will bring it up for Virginia Beach. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. It's stolen by Cunningham. Edwards buries the jumper.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Atlanta calls timeout. That'll be a 5-second call.
And when you're trying to cut into a lead, you can ill afford mistakes like that.
Yeah, that's just a lack of focus. Plays like that can really frustrate a coaching staff.
Virginia Beach leading by 10. Driving, it's Edwards. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Thomas. Up again. Saves him with the putback.
And that's how you finish off a possession.
Booker looking around. Lets loose a 3. No good. The Atlanta trails by 8. Warning with it. Picked up by Edwards. Goes back up. And he slams it down with a one-arm hammer.
And Bosch can use his size like he did there. And he can step out and hit the jump shot as well. You love the versatility.
And that one is good.
Well, their schemes have been effective, and he's been a significant part of their focus.
Knocks down the three.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding it.
Edwards. Shot from 12. Sweet shot at the right time.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
And not settling for the jumper. Takes it all the way to the rim.
Thomas fires. The 20-foot jumper, good. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Outside Edwards. .51 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now Booker. And stolen by Mourning. And out of bounds, Virginia Beach will have it. Here's Wade. And Mourning sends it back.
Well, he timed that block perfectly and got it cleanly without fouling. Nice job.
This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball.
5 seconds separate the shot and game clocks. Going to work down low.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
And they get it back. Now a timeout called by Virginia Beach. Guys, your thoughts?
And the game pretty much over. Curious timeout here.
Well, they could be trying to just make a change just so their subs can close this game out.
So Virginia Beach picking up the win. Probably a little...